Hello everyone. Today I am here to discuss about the cell cycle. So what is cell cycle? Cell cycle is a process by which a newly formed cell grows and then it divides into daughter cell. Now this newly formed daughter cell will then again grow and then it will form daughter cell again. And this cycle continues to happen and hence this is called the cell cycle. So now the cell cycle comprises of two phases. First is the interphase and the second is the M phase. And from this diagram we can see that the time duration taken by the interphase is much longer than that of M phase. Approximately 95% of the time duration is consumed by interphase, whereas the remaining 5% is utilized by the M phase. Now the interphase is again divided into three phases: gap 1 or G1 phase, S phase or synthesis phase, and gap 2 or G2 phase. Now at these different phases, different phenomenon takes place. Like in G1 phase, the cell grows in size. Certain proteins which are essential for DNA synthesis will accumulate here, and then when the cell is ready with all these materials, it will enter the synthesis phase. That is, DNA synthesis will take place at this phase. By DNA synthesis I mean that the DNA will replicate itself, and here only the amount of chromosomes get doubled but not the number of chromosomes. Okay, I'll explain it by giving an example. Suppose in a cell there are 4 chromosomes. So now what happens at the synthesis phase? All this chromosome will replicate itself and will form a copy of it. Thus we can see that the number of chromosomes still remain the same, that is 4, but the amount is getting doubled. Or we can also say that previously the number of chromatids were 4, but now the number of chromatids are 8. Yeah, so in the DNA synthesis phase, only DNA gets replicated, but only the amount of chromosomes get doubled, but not the number. Now when the DNA synthesis done, then it will enter the G2 phase, and in the G2 phase RNA synthesis will take place and protein synthesis will take place. Now after the completion of these events, this will undergo the M phase, and here it will follow prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase, and then at the end 2 daughter cell will be produced. Here we have started with 1 cell, and then it has grown, and then it has replicated, it has accumulated sufficient materials, and then finally it has divided into 2 daughter cells. Now this is a cell cycle which demonstrates the mitotic cell cycle or the mitosis process. But then what happens during meiosis? This is the same thing. The same thing happens, only the difference lies in the M phase. Once the cell grows, the DNA synthesis take place, then the RNA synthesis, protein synthesis are finished, then it will enter the M phase, and here first meiosis 1 is completed. Meiosis 1, it will complete meiosis 1, and then it will enter meiosis 2, and at the end 4 daughter cells will be produced after meiosis. Now between meiosis 1 and meiosis 2 there is a short gap, thus a resting phase, and this gap is known as interkinesis. Here the DNA does not replicate or nothing happens. This is just a resting phase. Here the cell rests for some times and then it undergoes meiosis 2, and we know that after meiosis 2 4 cells are formed and the number of chromosomes get halved. If previously the number of chromosome was 2n, then the number of chromosome will get reduced to n, and the reduction division takes place at meiosis 1. That is, after meiosis 1 2 cells are produced with n number of chromosome, and then after meiosis 2 4 cells are formed having chromosome number n. Yeah, so every cell follows the cell cycle. But then what happens if a cell is in G1 phase and it is time to enter the S phase, but then it is not ready with all the materials? Who will check this? So there are certain checkpoints within this cell cycle to monitor all the events if the cell is ready to enter the next phase. So here the very first checkpoint exists between the G1 and S phase. Here the checkpoint monitors if the cell has grown in size sufficiently and if the cytoplasm to nucleus ratio is proper, and then if it is found that everything is proper, then it will enter the S phase, synthesis phase. Now between S phase and G2 phase there exists the second checkpoint, and at the checkpoint 2, what does it monitor? It monitors if the DNA replication has taken place properly, if there is any error or changes or any mismatch. If any mismatch or any error is there, then the process will be halted at the S phase and it will try to repair itself, and until it repairs itself it will not pass to the G2 phase. And after it enters the G2 phase and everything is done and it is repaired, and then it enters the G2 phase, then it will pass to the M phase. Now the last checkpoint exists in the M phase and in between metaphase and anaphase. And what does it monitors? It monitors if all the chromosomes are aligned at the equatorial plane, and that is what it is supposed to happen, right? At the metaphase all the chromosomes are aligned at the equatorial plane, and also if all the spindle fiber it has acquired at the equatorial plane, and if the spindle fibers has attached to the kinetochore of all the chromatids. If not, if there is any error, any problem in the microtubule formation, microtubule assembly, then this process will halt here unless and until it repairs itself. And once it is done, it will divide into two daughter cells. Now what happens if the repair mechanism of the cell is not working? It is then the cell will undergo apoptosis, that is the programmed cell death. And if it does not take place, that is if the repair mechanism is not working properly and apoptosis is also not happening, then the cell which will be formed will be abnormal, and in cancer cell this thing happens. So now how this checkpoint will control or monitor if the cell is ready to undergo the next phase? Now within these checkpoints there exist two proteins. One is cyclin and the other one is cyclin dependent kinase. As the name suggests, the cyclin dependent kinase depends on cyclin. If all the materials have accumulated and the cell is ready, then cyclin will get attached to cyclin dependent kinase, and then it will phosphorylate the other downstream proteins, and then the cell will enter the next phase. But at each and every checkpoint there are different cyclins and CDKs. Now here it is a chart which shows the types of cyclin and CDKs which act at different phase. At G1S phase, cyclin D and CDK4 and 6 play the role, and at SG2 phase, cyclin E, A and CDK2 come into action, and at M phase the cyclin is B and CDK is 1. And this is how the whole cell cycle process is regulated. So I hope you have liked the video, and if you have, then please do like, comment, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.